And Jodey Arrington joins us. He's the chair of the House Budget Committee. And Congressman, I think this is a sign of more to come. He is laying the groundwork for the attacks. And if you looked across yesterday, any Democrat making comments, they were all using a similar line. So the campaign might be already well and truly underway.
I think it is. I mean, if you don't want to be accountable for your agenda, for your policies, and the disastrous results of those policies, then blame other people. The problem, Dana, is he doesn't have the credibility. He is totally disconnected or dishonest. One of the two. Neither are good. And I think the people see through that. They understand that the decisions that he's made, whether it's on energy or it's the tax and spend that has ignited this inflationary firestorm that's making it completely untenable for working families. The list goes on. Safety, border security. They know that these are self-inflicted crises at the hands of a lawless, derelict, incompetent, and potentially corrupt president.
I guess saying MAGA must really pull well in some of these focus groups.
No doubt.
You must be able to raise a lot of money off of that. Another topic here. There are 77 Democrats saying the administration's been too tough on the migrants, led by Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who was making the case this way just yesterday.
Biden promised to end Title 42. Instead, he is now expanding restrictions on asylum seekers. Biden should listen to the courts and human rights activists and reverse course.
Why would this administration double down on this illegal and inhumane policy?
So, in part, they want to get rid of Title 42. They call it illegal and inhumane. Will this president listen to them?
No, I think he wants it both ways, and he's in a real predicament. Most Americans feel betrayed. I can tell you border states feel completely abandoned by him and his first priority to provide a common defense and just enforce the laws of the land. Now, the left, who he's been placating this whole time, which I think is the real impetus behind his open border policies, now they feel betrayed. And quite frankly, I don't think most Americans believe that he is going to have anything but a half-hearted, half-measured implementation of any of this, just like the remain in Mexico and the court orders there, just like Title 42, as you mentioned, and other things. So whether it was congressional mandates for border wall construction or court orders, this president does not have the political will, I don't believe, to follow through, which puts it on the states and their sovereign right of self-defense, which has been my message all along.
Congressman, Biden is going to paint the Republicans, as he called it yesterday, the party of chaos and catastrophe. So knowing that that is what you're facing, and now as the head of the Budget Committee, as this new Congress gets underway, what are the ways that you'll fight back against that branding? Because he's got the bully pulpit.
Well, the good news is it wasn't long ago before we had unified Republican leadership, and we reduced the tax and regulatory burden on our job creators. We unleashed unprecedented prosperity. We had trillions of dollars flowing back to the United States. We had the highest income and wages we've seen in recent history. We lifted 6 million people out of poverty. So life in America was good with Republican policies. We also didn't have people worrying about crime. We had a secure border. You talk about chaos. There is nothing but chaos and lawlessness at the southern border, and the American people know it. So there's an easy contrast there. And I would say with this debt and with this reckless spending and the failed economic policies that have us teetering on recession, I think that's easy. This president won't even sit down and talk about common sense spending controls to rein this in, stabilize the economy, and assure my children and the children and grandchildren of your viewers that they'll inherit a country and their freedom, opportunities, and prosperity that we've enjoyed. He won't even have that conversation. No. So I like our chances of contrasting over the next 2 years.
The list is long. We're going to get to that debt conversation in about 30 minutes, too.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on today.
Good to see
Jodey
you.
Arrington, Republican.
Good to see you
from the Hill. Thank you.